Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's me, it's Clayton, and after watching Keijo, I decided to watch another anime that has sparked people's attention over the last anime season, and it's of course the humongous hit known as Yuri on Ice. Left and right, people wanted me to watch this series, and honestly for a while, I didn't know why. I did understand that it was a sports anime that takes on a sport that anime doesn't usually take on, that being figure skating, and I have had interest in sports anime several times in the past. I think the real reason people wanted me to review it is because it was one of the most highly praised anime of the year. The internet went insane with how much they loved Yuri on Ice. I mean, it was this year's free Eternal Summer, especially considering the yaoi overtones. I mean, yeah, it looked good, but 9 out of 10 good? And yeah, so journalists and fans are absolutely enthralled with this anime, as it's been getting 9s and 10s aplenty, so I watched it just to see what all the fuss was about. And let me just tell you, you can believe the hype. Yuri on Ice is an excellent series with great characters, awesome music, and some of the best skating sequences I've seen in my life, anime or otherwise. Well, let's get to the story, shall we? The story follows Yuri Katsuki, a Japanese figure skater who's down on his luck due to the fact that he's just got last place in a skating competition and he's considering retirement. However, after a video of him skating in a fashion similar to his idol, Viktor Nikiforov, is posted online, Viktor Nikiforov himself actually shows up at his bathhouse, his parents' bathhouse, to announce that he is going to coach Yuri and that they are going to win the gold medal at the Grand Prix together. Much to the chagrin of another Russian skater who works alongside Viktor, who's ironically also named Yuri Plazetsky. And the series follows Yuri and Viktor working together, as well as them growing closer together in a romantic relationship. So, what did I like about the series? Well, I really do like the characters throughout. Yuri Katsuki is a very shy guy who gains weight easily, and he doesn't have a lot of self-confidence. This does make him pretty relatable, as honestly, I go through a lot of the same problems that Yuri does. You know, with the weight gain and the fact that I don't have a lot of self-confidence sometimes. Of course, I'm not a figure skater, but his problems can go beyond the realm of figure skating, and it can go into the realms of any sport, in my opinion. Also, Viktor is a very interesting character, as even though he's a complete champion at pro skating and a legend in the field, he still has his quirks and still has his humorous moments to make him both funny and likable. The only main character I didn't like initially was Yuri Plazetsky, mainly because I just found him rude, whiny, and pompous. You could argue that a lot of that has to do with his age. He's only 15 when Yuri and Viktor are in their 20s. But it seems like a pretty low excuse, as he came across as the typical whining teenage boy who just didn't register his emotions correctly. He's not very likable, but at the end of the series, without spoiling anything, he does become understandable. Yeah, I still don't like the guy, but I at least understand why he acts the way he does. And the other figure skaters are all fun characters. There are a few too many to go over, but a couple of my favorites are Jean-Jacques, or JJ, as he's called, and the Swiss sex appeal machine known as Christoph. Now, the animation in Yuri on Ice is very good. It's pretty good when it comes to the normal sequences of just Yuri and Viktor talking to each other, or the beautiful locations that they use, but the animation really takes an uptick when it comes to the ice skating sequences. These are some of the best ice skating sequences I've seen in anime in years. They're flashy, they're full of graceful movements, they're full of beautiful colors, and I love that each skating sequence matches the skater's personality. For example, JJ is a very narcissistic and confident individual, and his skating style just exudes confidence. It practically breathes confidence out of the performance. Yuri Plazetsky, or Yurio, is a character filled with complex emotions and feelings of anger and love. and unconditional feelings as well. Hence why he was given the agape version of a song early on. And his performance exemplifies those feelings. And so on for the other characters. Speaking of the agape version of Yuri's song, the music throughout the series is generally excellent. They fit the skating sequences well. The ones that are supposed to be exciting are exciting. The ones that are supposed to be heartbreaking are heartbreaking. And even though all the music during the skating sequences is done very well, and a lot of them are done in different styles which fit the skater's nationality as well as their personality, my favorite song is probably History Maker, which starts every single episode of the series. I swear, I could listen to that song 100 times over and over and over again and never get tired of it. It's that good. To the point where this is one of the few animes where I never skipped the introduction because I just wanted to hear the song again. The ending theme's good too, but the opening theme just gets you so pumped up to see the rest of the show that as soon as I saw the first episode, I was like, oh my god, this show's going to be amazing, and I haven't even seen the first episode entirely yet. So yeah, there's a lot of things to love throughout the series, but there are a few things I need to bring up. Yes, Funimation's dub does give Yuri and Victor very exaggerated Russian accents, but I personally don't have a problem with them. Don't get me wrong, they are exaggerated, and it's sometimes difficult to take them seriously, but since Victor as a character is sometimes hard to take seriously since he's so goofy, I personally don't mind the accent Jerry Jewell gives him. And besides, Josh Grell's performance as Yuri Katsuki is very good, and it's very natural, to the point where I don't think I have any problems with his performance, and the rest of the voice actors do a great job as well, but then again, when you have veterans like Christopher Sabat and Monica Rial in the cast, what can you really expect? And the only thing to go over are the flaws that I have with the series. There are only a couple of flaws, but they are, unfortunately, a little bit major. First off, even though I love the skating sequences, some of them become extremely repetitive since we see them over and over and over again, especially Yuri's performance of On Love Eros as his short program. I understand that they'd want to use the same performance over and over and over again because that's how it works in figure skating, but it's unfortunate that we have to see the same performance over and over and over again, because when I first saw Yuri's performance I was entranced, but the fourth or fifth time that I saw it, it started to lose its luster a little bit. That's not a bash against the animators. The animators couldn't have done a better job. It's just I would have liked to see other performances other than just those two throughout the entire series from Yuri. And the same can go for the other skaters, but the repetitiveness is chalked down a tiny bit more, since with the other skaters we only see their performances like twice each. The only other problem that I have is with the ending of the series. Without giving anything away, there are a few hanging plot threads that haven't been completed yet, and I would have liked to see some of the storylines wrapped up before the 12th episode ends. So yeah, I definitely loved Yuri on Ice. I don't know if it's going to get a second season, though the end of the last episode clearly implies it. But if this is all that we're going to get from Yuri on Ice, I am satisfied, even though those hanging plot threads do still annoy me. So yeah, I definitely think Yuri on Ice is the best anime of the entire season, and as much as I love Keijo, Yuri on Ice truly is superior. Because even though I love Keijo, there are a few episodes, like the training camp episodes, that are kind of boring that I can skip. With Yuri on Ice, I can't imagine skipping any of it. It's all amazing to witness. From the animation, to the music, to the romance between Yuri and Victor, to cutting out anything that's simply not needed. It gets right to what the audience wants to see and keeps them there through the entire series. And I can hardly think of another sports anime that does the things that Yuri on Ice does, let alone do it as well as it does. So yeah, I give Yuri on Ice a 9.5 out of 10, and here's hoping that we get to see more from the people involved. See you later.